Award award ceremony. I would like to thank our distinguished guests and fellow presenters. Firstly, allow me to start by explaining what the Awati award is. It's named after Idris, Hamid Idris Awati. He's an independent fighter of 1961 who fought for our independence from Ethiopia. I don't know if most of you know that. Most of the details are on the pamphlets for some of you who'd like to read more. Sadly, 30 years after his death, that's when his dream and conviction was finally realized. So allow me to firstly begin by introducing Karan Abdul Fattah, who will recite the Quran for us, and Mahir Ismail, who will be doing the translation. Thank you.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. خلق الإنسان من علق. اقرأ وربك الأكرم. الذي علم بالقلم. علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى. صدق الله العظيم.
Read, in the name of your Lord who has created all that exists. He has created man from a clod. Read, and your Lord is the most generous, who has taught the writing by the pen. He has taught man that which he knew not. Nay, verily, man does transgress in disbelief and evil deed.
Round of applause, please. Thank you.
Good evening, and also I'd like to welcome you all. Honorable Jennifer, member of the London, as well as Colleen, LLC, member for the Green, and also the delegates of the Green for member of Ellen, as well as Fred with us, member for Liberal member for Essendon. I'd like all and also our elderly and women as well as young. I'd like to welcome you to the fourth annual graduation ceremony. And I'd like to, I'd like to just shed some lights. As you already mentioned on the PowerPoint, this stream of Hamid Idris Awati, our first year, who is the first, who is the leader for studying the Eritrean Revolution in 1961. He got a vision and conviction. That's why, based on his vision and conviction about the vision of Eritrea, we've been fighting for 30 years, and we were able to achieve our independence in 1991, and recognized in 1993 as a nation, United Nations. So this will tell us. That's why we link this. And also, the other thing is, this Eritrean language school is, the name of the school is Awati School. Awati School, that's why we try to link our generation to the background. Because in Awati School, what we teach is really our first for our cultural heritage. We do teach also our religion as well as our civic, because we would like to build our kids to be, we always uphold to the universal values which are also common. So we like to have a person who really balanced, who got his proud of his background. That's why we try to link our new generation to the history of the independence, and also because people who are really finishing the universities, people who are finishing the BCE or international baccalaureate, they're just striving to achieve those results. So we'd like to recognize them. That's why we have this initiative. 4 years back, we started this initiative because we'd like to recognize people who are really striving for achieving academic excellence. Not only as BCE or IB, international baccalaureate, as well as people who really finish the bachelor degree, as well as master's degree, and also PhDs as well. So this is something that we like to also congratulate the families for getting the kids, the children achieving this standard. And this is another message we like to pass on as migrants in this country. We are also trying to contribute to the nation for choice Australia. So that's how we try to show that yes, we are most welcome. This is a country, Australia is a country of our choice, and we're also contributing by having an intellect like the one, and we have one of our distinction graduates today maybe will give us a speech. So I don't like to I leave it maybe for her. So that will tell us. So the whole idea is
and pay my respects to their elders, both past and present. Can I also acknowledge and pay tribute to all the community elders who are here today, because without you, events like this wouldn't occur. Can I acknowledge Teresa, I don't know your surname, from the Victorian Multicultural Commission for being here tonight. Also Colleen and Ellen and Fred who are here, I'd like to acknowledge them as well. I've been asked to say a few words tonight at this wonderful celebration of education in your community. And I thought that I would tell you a little story about myself and my family. My father is Greek and my mother is Italian. Neither of my parents had the opportunity to go to school, to finish school. Indeed, no one in their families had ever had an opportunity to obtain an education. And when they came to Australia, one of their big aims was for their children to go to school, to get an education, and to achieve what they felt that they weren't able to do with their lives. And my generation in my family is the first generation that finished high school, and indeed the first generation that went to university. And I'm so thankful to my parents for the opportunities that they provided for us, their children, to go to school, to go to university, to achieve our dreams. And indeed, without education, our dreams would not have been achieved. I was a high school teacher, then I became a lawyer, and now I'm a politician. And I hope that in all of those things that I've done, I use both my education but also the values that my family taught me. And education is nothing without values. And I think when I look at the little bit I know about the man whose name is this school has, Awate, and I think that he was a very brave man and a very principled man. And I think those two things are things that will take you very far in your education and in your life. I would just like to conclude by saying, I guess, a very special thank you for the warm welcome that we received today. My son is here with me, and he's 3, and he spent some time colouring in at the table over there, and we've had a really lovely evening here, and I'm very sorry that I won't be able to stay for the whole night, but he turns into a horror just after 8 o'clock, so we won't be able to stay for dinner. But I did want to say a big thank you for your generosity to myself and to my family here tonight, and to thank everyone who's organised the event, and a special congratulations to all of the graduates who are receiving awards tonight. I had the opportunity of speaking to a lovely graduate who's starting work at the National Australia Bank, and listening to her about her excitement and her dreams for the future was very, very humbling. And I know that she will be a wonderful role model for everyone within this community, and I know that everyone here has a story like that, a story of hope and dreams and achievement. And I know that with hard work those things will come true. So thank you very much for tonight. Enjoy the celebration, and all success for your education to both you and your families.
Every student's in a positive light. It's very empowering and hopefully encouraging the youth to really, achieve anything that they want to do. I was asked to give a little speech about advice and tips on how to be successful. So let me start to introduce myself. My name is Ala Ahmed Kurar, and I first did my bachelor's in international business at RMIT University. From there, I pursued and took my master's degree in Master's of Finance. I was fortunate enough to finish both degrees with distinction, and this year I was honored the School Prize of Economics and Marketing and Finance at RMIT University for the most outstanding student. Obviously, it wasn't very easy. There was a lot of hard work, sweat, and tears. So hopefully I can address a little bit about tips for the VCE students, especially embarking on this once-in-a-life opportunity at university. So first off, I would say, be focused, okay? Your education is your responsibility. Don't be distracted, have aims, have goals, have ambition. Once you have what you want to do, like if you want to get a credit or do you want to get high distinction, do you want to be more social, take this opportunity to find yourself, but while limiting and giving yourself more boundaries, because VC is very restricted, and when you go to university there's a lot of freedom, and you need time management skills. Don't waste your time. If you have a day off, go to the library. I was at the library most of my days. I've never left the grad lab, and just focus. Second would be confidence. If you don't have confidence, this is the time to build up your confidence. How do you do that? You have to take challenges and risks. Get outside of your comfort zone. Everything you want lies outside this zone. So for me, final year, I had the opportunity to do a thesis or a small credit project. And this thesis was 36 credit points, and if I got a credit, my whole GPA would have fallen down, so I didn't really know what to do. And what I did was seek advice. It's okay to ask advice, doesn't mean you have to follow their decision. You just need different opinions and wisdom from elders like my father, or your lecturers, or your friends. So based on this, and I did istikhara, I chose my thesis, I did to do the thesis, and I was fortunate enough to get the highest in the class and was offered the opportunity to do my PhD in finance, which I did at this time reject just because I had too much uni. I was like, let me work. So take any opportunity, okay? Small or big, it leads to your next success. Also, thirdly is don't be afraid to fail. Failure does not mean not being successful. I've had a lot of setbacks in my life, but that taught me how to become stronger and how to face any challenge. So don't worry, don't stress, don't lose your confidence, don't let any situation make you lose your confidence, and don't let any situation make you too arrogant because you become complacent, okay? So always strive to be positive. You don't have to be the best student, you don't have to be the smartest, just be the best you can be, and try to improve from semester to semester. Lastly, I would say is advice that my parents give me and my family every day is to have tawakkul ala Allah, and that's placing trust in Allah and doing your best. So, there were times where I didn't think that I was good enough to even finish my master's or do thesis or, talk on behalf, even here today. I didn't think that I was anything special, but just put trust in Allah, and inshallah, if anyone can, use me as an example to, achieve their goal, hopefully, Allah has a plan for you. So if it takes you 1 month, 1 year, or even 3 years, don't worry. Put your faith in Allah and do your best. Lastly, of course, I would like to thank my parents and the parents here today. It's very important to support and encourage your kids. There's a lot of stress out there, especially at university. A lot of people, there's a lot of competition, and when you want to come home, you want to relax, you want to have an understanding kind of environment. So make sure to support your kids. They're doing their best, and don't worry, inshallah, everything will happen the way it's supposed to happen. So thank you, and I wish you all the best success. There's no luck, just put hard work, and you'll get to go where you want to be. So thank you.
Such a beautiful thing to to see young Eritreans completing their bachelor's degrees and tertiary education and their BCE. It's such a beautiful, heartwarming thing to see. It's an honour to be asked to speak here. It's actually the second time I've spoken. I spoke here 2 years ago when I just completed my bachelor's degree, and I'm speaking here as somebody that's just about to complete their honours degree in psychology. I've been asked to speak about my experience of completing my bachelor's degree and going on to find a job within my field. So basically, I started my bachelor's degree in psychology. I completed my bachelor's degree in psychology in 2012 and went into my honours in 2013. Now, the reason I chose to do psychology is because it's kind of something I've always been into, and one thing that I really want to share is, I had my experiences of people within the Eritrean community or even people coming from a Muslim background who have said that, psychology goes against, Islam or psychology. Eritrean people have said to me, why do you want to work with crazy people? But, I think one thing that I really want to say is if you find something that you're passionate about, go out and do it. Don't let anybody hold you back. And that passion will get you over that line. Basically the way psychology works is you do your bachelor's degree, your honours and your master's. And at uni they encourage you to, before you go on to your master's, go out and get some experience in the field. So I chose to do my honours part-time, which means I did coursework last year and I'm completing my thesis this year. And I was out and trying to look for the experience and things like that, and a job opportunity popped up to be a school counsellor. And it wasn't anything that I thought that I would do, so I wasn't even going to apply. But my family encouraged me to do so, and surprisingly, alhamdulillah, I got the job. So I've been working as a school counsellor for the last few months, and it's been the most amazing few months of my life. I get to put all the things that I learned in my bachelor's degree and in my honours into practice, and it's amazing. I've learnt so much within the field. It's been a really rewarding experience. A little bit of advice that I would like to pass on to the graduates is, just keep going, persevere. I remember, it feels like it was just yesterday that I graduated from BCE or graduated from my bachelor's degree, but, time really, really flies. I know you're sitting there in the library or in the classroom and you're like, when's this going to end? Or, when am I going to get through? Or am I even going to get a job at the end of it? But it happens, so just persevere and apply yourself. And I said this the last time I spoke here, nobody's asking you to do more than your best. So just work as hard as you can, and inshallah you'll get through, like I said. Also, apply. Like I said, I didn't think that I would get that job as a counsellor, but alhamdulillah I did. You're not harming anybody by applying, so just apply to as many jobs as you can. Some good advice that I also got was apply. And if you don't get the job, contact them and ask them why you didn't get the job. That's something that then the next time you get a job, you'll have that added experience and what I can do and how I can better myself. Like I said, always do your best, and inshallah you'll get through. It's such a humbling experience to be here speaking for the second time. I'm so proud of you all. Thank you again for giving me the opportunity to speak. Congratulations again to the graduates, and I hope to be sitting here in the next few years listening to your journey.
I'm actually the legal candidate for the election for SLM this year. So I may just correct that if I may. Thank you. So thank you, Monsieur, and salam alaikum. So I've got that something near greetings. I hope that might be something near what it should be. Thank you. So to Mr. Alman Idris, the principal of the school, the Eritrean school, to Teresa, the Victorian Multicultural from the Victorian Multicultural Commission, to Jennifer Canis, the member for Melbourne, to Mrs. Colleen Hartland, the MLC for Western Metropolitan, to Ellen, I'm sorry Ellen, I'm not sure what your family name is. Sorry?
Ellen Sander.
Sorry Ellen. And to graduates, most importantly to graduates. To the Eritrean community members, guests, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Thank you very much to the Eritrean community for inviting me to attend your 4th Awate Awards ceremony tonight, as I said, as the Liberal candidate for this event. I also bring greetings, of course, from Dr. Dennis Napthine, the Premier of Victoria, from Mr. Martin Dixon, the Minister for Education, and of course Matthew Guy, the Minister for Multicultural Affairs and Citizenship, very importantly in this context. It's a really great pleasure to be here again tonight. I do recall being here for the 2nd annual Eritrean Book exhibition and address, and we've been talking about that at the table tonight, by Assistant Professor Dr. Joseph Venosa from the University of Salisbury in Maryland, United States of America. And what a tremendous evening that was. It was here, through Dr. Joseph's illuminating address, that I received an introduction to the Eritrean history, covering the period 1941 to 61, and of course that was part of the PowerPoint that we saw here again tonight. It was a night to remember from my point of view. Dr. Joseph's research, his insight, and his recording of the Eritrean people's struggle for national independence was most illuminating for me, and an achievement of which the Eritrean community can be justly proud. I was also very pleased to meet Dr. Joseph at dinner that evening, and especially privileged to share some time with the members of the community here over that dinner. Thank you for that evening, it was wonderful. It's great to be back here tonight to convey my congratulations to the 2014 graduates in VCE, IB and university degrees and higher achievements. There's been a lot talked about education here tonight. I'm going to talk a little bit about education too, if I may, from the point of view of a former teacher and school principal, and having worked mainly in schools having multicultural communities here in Melbourne. I have a keen appreciation and a strong understanding of the value of education generally, and quite particularly for our multicultural communities. As students of the Eritrean Community School, I congratulate you on your academic achievements and graduation, particularly to, and I'm going to struggle with this again, but to Allah Karua, and she pronounced it absolutely beautifully, and I can't get it to roll off my tongue anything like Allah did, and to Maha Saleh. I also congratulate you particularly on your very high levels of achievement and distinction. I'd also like to, of course, congratulate the teachers and families of the Eritrean community for supporting your education and the education of all people who are here tonight for that particular celebration. It is important that the Eritrean culture and language is taught and preserved, and that the Eritrean Community School continues to enable that to occur. Congratulations to your principal, particularly to Mr. Alamin Idris, and to his teachers on their very, very fine work. Furthermore, we know through research that children and students who learn and maintain their community language, mother tongue language, the language from their homeland, learn English and other languages, and generally perform better in school in all aspects of the curriculum for those who, as compared to those who are not so fortunate. So community languages are very, very important to us here in Victoria, and will continue to be so. In conclusion, I'd be pleased to assist the Eritrean community, or members of the Eritrean community, in any way that I can in the future. Please keep in contact. I'm looking forward to sharing dinner with you tonight. That was a lovely experience last time, and looking forward to some informal discussion over dinner. Congratulations to students, and particularly those who have been awarded their VCE, IB, or higher degrees and distinctions at the university. Congratulations from me. And to Sharan, well, thank you.